Hello people of the internet, this is my intro, and this is FactoryTown. Bit of a different video than you would expect from my regular old FactoryTown Let's Play videos, but as I mentioned in the last episode, I wanted to move everything over when it came to food and stuff, so that's what I'm doing in this episode. But unfortunately I started it and then I realized that I wasn't recording, so you didn't miss much. I put in a couple of kitchens, I set up to a coal mine so it always has fuel, I put in a couple of silos with some inventory block thingers and some grabbers to show me the direction of what I had in mind for my idea, and here I am putting in conveyor belts and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Let me explain to you what my idea is. So my idea would be, it'd be a round, almost kind of like in a sense a circle, even though it's not actually a circle shape, but I'm going to use circle to explain it. So it would go in, so a food thing, say an apple, would go into the loop, the circle. It would go all the way until it reaches where the apple silo is, and then it would go into the apple silo. And then when the apple silo has enough apples in it, the apples would come out of the silo and continue on the path to the kitchens, where it would be used to make stuff, and say it's used to make apple jam. So the kitchen makes apple jam, it sends the apple jam out, apple jam goes to the apple jam silo, and say apple jam is used for something else, I think it is. When we have enough apple jam in the apple jam silo, it would come out of the apple jam silo and go back into the kitchens to make something else. And then eventually the end product, which can't be used to make anything else, will get sold, and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Hence why there's always grabbers there, or all those grabbers there next to the silos before I've put in the conveyor belts here. It was showing, okay, this way's in, this way's out, this way's in, this way's out. So that way when I go, I'm like, okay. So if you can see the line, you can see the metal conveyor belt line that's going all the way around. Every so often I would run out of metal conveyor belts, so I would use cloth conveyor belts because I was using them faster than I was making them. Not the point. They get changed up for metal after a while. It's fine. So it's going either right or left to go in this like almost kind of S shape, like a loop. But if there's conveyor belts that go off of it to go up and into a silo. So I will add pushers there, so it's like, hey, this pusher, if it reads that you're an apple, you go up here. If you're not, you keep going down the line. And so on and so forth. And it worked out fairly decently well. It worked out about as well as I can get it to work. I definitely need to upgrade this again with rail tiles and minecarts, so I can add like filters and stuff. I think it's going to work way better. But I didn't really have any rail tiles. I didn't really have much being made. I had a little bit because we did that for the mines and stuff. I don't think I showed it, but I did up that production, just basically connect it to more barns so I can store more. And in the next episode, we'll be working on mine carts, because again, I'm going to want to upgrade this because it gets stuck sometimes. It's as good as I can do with conveyor belts though, so you get what you get. It turned out fairly decently well. The barn there instead of the silo, that's for wheat, because I knew I would need to use wheat for not just flour, but also for animal feed, so I can get the various animal food items into the kitchen to be made into stuff. And that barn right there, that's my input barn, basically. And yeah, I haven't moved anything from the original production yet. There you go, I was putting in new food market. Is it called a food market? I should really know what it's called. Whatever, I was putting in new ones instead of moving the old ones because I wanted to continue. The old setup is still set up and it's still running, it's still going. It's doing its job. It's a little bit congested sometimes, I guess. It's kind of hard to explain. It gets clogged up sometimes, which is why I needed a better, or why I wanted a better situation here. And I eventually got it. It's better. It's still not great. It can be better, and I will make it better, and it will be great. However, this took me a long time. Long time to make, which is why it's its own video on its own. It's sped up. This is 25 minutes, almost 26 minutes. Like 25 and a half minutes. Like, it's not short. By any means. And that's sped up 8 times. I think I had close to 3 hours of footage on camera, and that doesn't include the very beginning, like I mentioned before, where I forgot to record, or when I was trying to do the logic, and it was giving me a hard time, and I just turned the camera off and did it off camera, and I'm like, I'll just show it when it's done, and then I forgot to turn it on, and I'm like, oh, I did a bit more than that. So, it probably took me 4 or 5 hours. But you can see the whole thing there. And before I let you finish the speed build, I guess, I want to explain what words are hard. I want to explain what I meant when I said logic. So you can see the pushers there that I mentioned before. I wanted to have some sort of logic system where it would track how much is in each silo. So say the apple silo, for instance. If we have X number of apples in the apple silo, you can turn the pusher off because we don't need any more. And in fact, you can turn the grabber on while you're at it and send some out because we have an excess. Let's go get rid of some and use it in the kitchens, basically. It shouldn't have been that hard. Oh my god, it took me so long. It shouldn't have been that hard. It took me so long to do. It shouldn't have been that hard. I know you would have just seen a little bit there. I removed a bunch of resources. It was like stuff that I was going to grow anyways. Or like stone and trees and stuff. Like, I already have a whole bunch of that. Like, I think I deleted a bunch of carrots and wheat and stuff. And herbs and like, yeah, I have that. Good. Oh, another thing about the fisher here. So I have the fisher with the pastures here. Yeah, the fisher works, they call it a fisher. The fishery, the thing that produces the fish, works way too fast. I ended up overflowing the system so many times with either raw fish or cooked fish or both. As you can see, yeah, fish was the first thing I did, and I used that as a good tester. I'm like, okay, does this work? Yes. But now the grabber and the pusher are on at the same time, so let me try and do logic. And you're gonna see me struggle for a while. I thought I had a good setup. I thought it was doing good. I added it to all the silos. I added everything in, and then it didn't work. And then I had to change it again and again. Yeah, that noise is about how I feel about logic. I got in the end though, and I was very happy about myself. I literally paused the recording, and I went to tell my whole family in the house, I did the logic, I figured it out. They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh yeah, you haven't seen the video yet, I'm still making it. Oops. I was very proud of myself though, so please feel free to be proud of me as well. And if you are interested in FactoryTown at all, and you decide to fiddle with logic in any sense, even if it's just using a grabber or a pusher, because that's what I would personally consider like the starter logic pieces, blocks, good for you. It's not easy. It's not always easy. It's not always as self-explanatory as it seems, even when you go into that build menu and you hover over the items and it tells you what it does. It's still not that self-explanatory. Always. It's kind of finicky. Yeah. So if you're gonna dive into it, good luck. I'm proud of you for whatever result you get. You are learning something. That's great. Good job. Oh, it takes a while. But once you get it, then you know, I guess. Hopefully. Maybe. Well, here I am trying to set everything up. So, I know I keep rambling. Some of this video is not going to be me talking, but the beginning of it right now is. So like I said, instead of moving all the pastures and the farms and everything, the whole setup before, I added new ones. So I ended up adding new farms, I added new pastures as you saw, I added everything. The only thing I didn't add new was the town because I didn't have that many houses to add. I think right now I'm at 22 out of 25 houses when it comes to the video. I'm looking at the top left. So yeah, I couldn't really add another 22 houses because I only have 3 left. 3 new ones left to add. So yeah, I one of the last things I did, well, not one of the last things, but one of the things I had to do at one point was move all the houses over so that I could start selling to the town and start making money again and stuff and make sure all this stuff works and everything. And yeah, I learned the hard way. Herbs and sugar can't be sold. Yeah, I ended up having way too many herbs and sugar so many times. I've limited it down now, and I still think I have too many. I actually upgraded, I don't know if I showed it on camera or not, but you'll see if I do. If not, now you're hearing about it. I upgraded my mana crystal shard production. Whatever we did in the last episode. I don't remember which one's the crystal, which one's the shard. I think the shard is the one that you mine up, and the crystal is the one that you make in the magic forge. Something like that. I upgrade that basically so I could have, I think they're called mana bricks or something like that. So I can make a void obelisk, which I'm probably butchering the name of. Basically, it's a block that if you send stuff into it, it deletes it. And I needed to do that for the herbs and sugar because I had way too many herbs and sugar, and they were clogging up my system, and I didn't know what to do with them because I couldn't use them as fast as I was producing them, and I couldn't sell them. So there you go. I think I ended up with 4 farms. I really only needed 2. Like I said, I get this to a certain point in the video that I'm happy with it, then I kept fiddling with it off camera, and now it looks kind of different. I didn't record that. So you have to wait to the next episode to see that. Not like drastically different, just like a little couple tweaks here and there and everywhere. But you basically, you get the gist of it if you watch this video. Like I said, this took me a long time. And I recorded it, or the majority of it, so I wasn't just gonna waste it, so you get this video. Nice speed through episode. Very nice. Good luck following along. It was interesting, that's for sure, especially considering I kept misclicking with some of the conveyor belts. I'm like, why is this not going this way? Why is this going this way? What's going there? Oh, oops. That was me. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna leave the rest here. Like I said, like I've said before, I really enjoy FactoryTown. I find it very chill, it's very calming. So I hope y'all are enjoying these episodes as well. And, yeah, I will leave you to listen to the soothing soundtrack of FactoryTown while I fiddle with every little minor detail here and take a bajillion hours to do a new setup just for food. There's so much more in this game besides just making and selling food. Apparently I'm focusing all on food. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, please feel free to give it a like down below, or if you just appreciate all of the time that was spent doing all of this, so many hours, it's like a whole day. Well, not like a whole day, not like 24 hours, like a whole like recording session. Kind of was just dedicated to just this. If you appreciate that, then please feel free to give it a like down below. If you'd like to see more videos on this channel every single day, not just FactoryTown videos, I also do Sims and Minecraft, and I might be doing more stuff later on. You never know, I'm looking into some new games. Anyways, if you'd like to see new videos on this channel, then please feel free to click the subscribe button. It's 100% free. I hope you enjoy the rest of this video, because I know I haven't said that before, obviously. And what's the most important thing? Have fun, and be safe. I'll see you in the next video.